Hello, I'm Sam,
I'm Charlie.
and this is Sam and Charlie's Playbook. All right, and today we are going to be talking about the Mexico and South Africa game, and the South Korean and Czech Republic game. The two games in the group stage in Group A that played yesterday for the opening games of the World Cup. Mm-hmm. Charlie, are you excited to talk about it?
I am very excited.
All right, let's go. All right, so as we all know, the World Cup started yesterday. We're first actually going to talk about Mexico and South Africa, the first game that happened yesterday.
What a start!
What a start to that game, because that game was crazy. Not only was it a win for Mexico, but it was definitely a battle. With fouls and cards being thrown everywhere. Charlie, what do you think of this crazy game that happened yesterday?
Yeah, this game was crazy, Sam, but I do think the referee did a bad job because of the delayed whistles and the fouls that the players got away with. However, I do think a 2-0 win for Mexico was just what they wanted, but for both teams, I think they will have trouble with the red cards that they were given.
Yeah, I definitely do think so. But who do you think is in trouble more? I would say South Africa is definitely in trouble more, for sure.
100%. With those 2 red cards, they're probably going to have some of their key players being sit out, and they're probably going to have to trust some of the younger players that they are not really used to playing.
Yeah, and this is also kind of a crazy thing.
High pressure stakes.
Yeah, not only that, but it's definitely like something else. There's some more stuff that goes into this as well, for sure. Like I'm trying to think what it is, but like it's more of just they're now bottom of their table, and if they want a shot to get back into it and make it into the bracket, they're going to have to
beat Czechia, and they're probably going to have to draw South Korea if they want to finish there.
Yeah, but time's probably going to be okay. Losing like this, that's not going to help them at all.
Yeah,
they cannot afford to lose. If they could tie and make it like a really big time game, mm-hmm. then they'll probably be okay. But just right now, they just can't afford to lose.
Yeah.
What else was there? Great job to Mexico, but as we were talking about, the red cards are not going to help them in the future. Now, Charlie, would you say this was a great first game to this tournament, and would you say this game taught us everything we need to know and more about what direction this will go in as the World Cup continues?
Yeah, good question, Sam. I do think for Mexico, this could give them some motivation for their games against South Korea and Czech Republic, as this is probably one of the 3 groups of death, in my opinion. But, when you look at South Africa, their coach is probably furious about what's going on.
Yeah, definitely.
And, of course, I don't think they can bounce back from the defeat against Mexico. They're probably not going to get that much motivation. And to answer that second question, I will say that I do think the tournament will be more entertaining than just this game, because I do think in the knockout stage, when we get there, there's going to be some very big penalty shootout, high stakes pressure.
Yeah, definitely.
As we remember in the 2022 World Cup, Argentina France, that final was crazy.
Yeah,
I do think it's probably going to be something like that.
Now, do you think, compared to the 2022 World Cup finals, do you think that this will be kind of would you say there's more into it? Because the reason why I'm asking that is because I think we do have some teams this year that haven't played in the World Cup in a couple of years or so.
Who never played.
And who've never
Tons
played.
Of teams who have never played.
Yeah, and do you think for them to go into this, how sharp are they looking? Like, that's kind of my big question. Do you think they're going to look sharp going into this, or do you think that they really need to dive in and consider that maybe this isn't maybe this isn't what we thought it was, which it won't be, but is I think for me it's just more of just they need to get their grip extremely tightened before even walking out onto the field to start playing. So there's so many questions, but not a whole lot of time to answer all of them.
Yeah. So, when you're going back to those new teams, so by the way, I do think the one team that, in my opinion, could shock people, the team that hasn't been there in forever, I mean, it's not likely that they're going to shock people, but it's probably going to be Norway. I mean, when you look at their team, Erling Haaland, Martin Ødegaard, Sørloth, but when you go back to that defense, It's disgusting. It's terrible.
Yeah.
AJ Garza is their best player in defense. I do think, though, Norway is going to get out of the group second place, but yeah.
He was. Yeah, I mean that's great that you bring all that stuff up. But what you think is looking good for Mexico currently of when they go up against South Korea and the Czech Republic.
Oh yeah, when we go to what they're good at, I do think that, of course, they're gonna have trouble with the red card earlier.
Yeah.
Montez is one of their leaders in the back line.
Yeah, for sure.
I do think though that Mexico, even without Montez, they have youngsters in their team like Orozco Chiquete.
Yeah.
And I do think that they could maybe make a run. I do think they're going to top this group 100%.
Yeah,
I think 7 points is a reasonable amount of points for them. And if I were predicting where Mexico would go, I would say they're probably going to get knocked out in the round of 16 or quarterfinals.
I see. I was
This Mexican team is just amazing. When you look at players like Ochoa, though, is my only concern. Can he carry Mexico?
Yeah, exactly.
He did that in 2022, but I do think he's getting a bit older. And plus, they didn't even start him in that last game.
Yeah. So that's interesting that you brought up. Now since you kind of talked about carrying a little bit, do you think that Williams, the goalkeeper for South Africa, was he technically carrying the team yesterday? Was he carrying the team?
He made good saves in there, but I do think he kind of carried them. It's not his fault.
It's not his fault, no.
The first goal, well, I mean, to be fair, it was his defense's fault, but I do think it was kind of embarrassing to see the number go through. But
yeah,
I do think that, to be honest, Williams probably is going to have to carry if South Africa want to get a shot in to the next round. But it's going to take a miracle.
But here's the thing for South, because South Africa like we said that Williams has technically carried the team.
Mm-hmm.
Is South Africa, if they can't to have your goalkeeper first of all carry the team?
That's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign.
Like Ochoa for Mexico, he did carry them, but I mean they did have a decent attack. But still, I do think Mexico could get back to where they were last year.
Now we're going deeper into the game. Charlie, do you want to give us the full breakdown on what happened during the Mexico game?
Yeah, no problem. I do think though. First up, before I get into this, I do think South Africa, they 100% cannot lose another game.
For sure.
Or they're eliminated. But
without a doubt, yeah.
Now that I'm going into the game, let's see what we have here. Alright, starting off, we see the first goal in the 2026 World Cup. Of course, I had to come from Mexico. Julian Quinones. I mean, what a goal.
What a goal, yeah, seriously.
Seriously, though, South Africa's defense, though, what were they doing? The great pass from Eric Laudiga there in the 9th minute. But then, after that, we see 2 yellow cards in the same minute. Brian Gutierrez.
For sure, yeah.
Brian Gutierrez of Mexico. I did not like to. I mean, that yellow card in the 16th minute, not that good. And same thing for Johabio Manokoa. Sorry if I butchered that name. I do think that yellow cards could be dangerous going into the next game because if they get another one, they're going to be out for the 3rd game. But yeah. And then the second half, that was where it got spicy.
Yeah.
There was tackles flying everywhere. I mean, the red card, of course, from Spefelo Citol. I'm sorry if I can mispronounce that name. Mm-hmm. In the 49th minute, give Mexico a chance to score but it took them till the 66th minute to score, which is a little confusing for me. Raul Jimenez scores that header. It was a beautiful header, first up. I do think that if there is not as many great goals in this tournament, that could get the goal of the tournament. But what a goal!
Definitely. What a great job to Mexico. Hey, great job to the fans as well. Never back down. Yeah, like seriously, fans.
The fans were crazy.
Fans were crazy as always. Yeah,
and they were even hyped when South Africa got the red cards.
Yeah.
That was shocking. Fiem Bazuiane, South Africa getting that red card, 83rd minute, putting South Africa down to 9 men.
Yeah,
that's not what you want to see. And then Cesar Montes. The leader in the backline I was talking about before, getting that yellow card in stoppage time, getting the red card in stoppage time.
Yeah, definitely.
And leading to a 2-0 into Mexico. But I do think South Africa, they got to walk in. I mean, they can't afford to lose another game. If they get a draw and win, that's acceptable. But if they get two wins, I think they should be guaranteed to go through.
Yeah.
But when you look at the rest of this tournament, I mean, this group's going to be hard. South Korea, Mexico, Czechia, South Africa. South Africa no. I was predicting South Africa to finish last in the first place.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that's kind of already been proven. You know, so
they just don't have the quality like they did 16 years ago.
But like you said, how South Africa had this crazy win. You know, like crazy win, crazy battle as well. Battles, red cards.
The fans showed up.
Fans showed up for sure. But there was another game that happened yesterday that was that had some good stuff, but only in the second half.
Yeah, the first half is boring as hell.
Yeah. First half was completely boring. Nothing exciting happened. Nothing happened whatsoever. But it
Big
was
turnaround. Though.
yeah, big turnaround, tight turnaround as well.
Tight game.
If you guys don't know, we're talking about the
South Korea,
South Korean Czech Republic game, which was another crazy game to watch, especially in the second half. But just to be clear, if you guys haven't seen any of these games, you can check out the links in the video descriptions to go watch the game. So to watch the highlights. So definitely a key. Definitely go watch both of them because like we talked about, this is going to be a big World Cup going into this.
What a battle we had in this game, though.
Yeah, what a battle in this game in particular. Goal from Czech Republic, scored from a big header. And then South Korea tied this. South Korea tied the game, and then Son Heung-min got subbed off, and then South Korea scored like I don't even know, like 5 minutes after, which is crazy.
Yeah. I'm just surprised mainly. You know, everyone knows how Heung-min Son. He's their like main player in the team.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he did not do any. He didn't have to do much in this game. Like all he had to do was like play. I saw him playing as a bit of like a false nine in this game, but. Yeah. I do think the reason why they subbed him off was stamina issues. They wanted to keep him. Yeah, they wanted to keep him ready for against Mexico and South Africa.
Yeah, definitely.
Big games.
Yeah, big games.
Especially for South Africa.
Yes. Heung-min Son, like literally fantastic soccer player. Extremely humble. He's a great person.
Including, even though he's playing in the MLS right now, I still think he's good.
Yes, he's still a fantastic player as is.
Even though there's the MLS and Saudi Pro League, they're getting stacked now. Ronaldo, in Ronaldo in the Saudi Pro League, Koulibaly, Benzema transferring from a team to go to another Saudi team.
Yeah.
But I do think the only reason why they're there is just to get money. But the MLS, I think it's just because for the love of the game, they want to spread the way the play, like, who these players are, bring to the USA, like Messi, Son, who else we got? Like Gareth Bale. He played there.
For sure. Crazy. But like, here's like we talked about how Williams was kind of carrying South Africa and how that was bad. Here's the thing, though. Even though Son didn't do much, his team was still around. Like that's something crazy.
Yeah, South Korea have a really good, well-rounded team.
Yeah,
really humble team as well.
Yeah. Like, seriously, if there's any team so far from Group A who I think is going to make it, I would say South Korea's up there, for sure, 100%.
I think South Korea, I do like the Mexico squad, of course. I do think Mexico could top this group, but I do think it all depends on that South Korea-Mexico game.
Yeah.
I do think both the teams could make a big run, because this group, it is tricky, but...
Yeah.
Because anything can happen in the World Cup, you never know.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so still more drama on the way, guys. Still some exciting stuff to happen. China's playing right now. As this video will be. It's Canada. I'm in Canada.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, so Canada is playing right now. If you're seeing this video right as it's uploaded, Canada's currently playing, and then the USA will play later tonight. But big games. Great start to the tournament yesterday for Group A. Seriously, really great.
Yeah.
Anyways, for the 2026 World Cup. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm Sam.
I'm Charlie.
And this is Sam and Charlie's Playbook. Alright, thank you, guys. We'll see you later.